Welcome to Pure Fuckery, the podcast. I am your host. It's your favorite Dr.
Big Sue.
Bag.
It's about
Monique
boogie
Ross.
fucking
In
bundles
today's
in the
episode,
building, man.
I am
Shout
joined
out
by
to you,
special
man. Thank you
guest
so much for
co-host.
pulling up, man. From the Pure Fuckery, the podcast. So, Miss Danny Brown, you are a part host. It sets you apart from everybody else. I love it. What y'all think? Let us know in the comments, man.
Welcome to Pure Fuckery, the podcast. I am your host. It's your favorite fucking Dr. Bag, Monique Ross. In today's episode, I am joined by a special fucking guest co-host. I got my homegirl. I got Miss Toya in the fucking building, all the way from Jamaica. I would say like where in Jamaica, but we just had this conversation off camera, and we gonna jump right into it right after you say what's up to the fuckers, man. Shout out to the fuckers out there.
Come on, everybody. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Thank you for sharing in my energy space today, Miss Toya. Shout out to the fuckers. I absolutely appreciate you guys for tuning in week, week out. Thank you for the love, the support, the likes, the shares, the comments that you guys pour into me week in and week out. Shout out to my man, Big fucking Stu, producing the episode. But this ain't about Big Stu, per usual. This ain't about me. This ain't about the fuckers out there. It's about my homegirl Toya in the fucking building today, all the way from Jamaica. And we just had this conversation offline about where you're from in Jamaica. You said you're from Clarendon, Jamaica. And B says, that's like telling somebody, what do you say? I can't even remember what he said. Yeah, that's like telling somebody in New York you're from Topeka or some shit like that. Nobody knows where the fuck that is. Like, we know where, like, Kingston and, yes, exactly.
Yeah, the
but Clarendon. Where in Jamaica is Clarendon?
Okay, so Clarendon is south of the island.
Okay.
Right? It's like, I think it's the biggest parish, actually.
Okay.
So it's 40 minutes from Kingston.
Is it a tourist attraction? Is it?
No.
Okay.
It's not.
All right.
There are like a couple beaches.
That's what I was going to ask. Y'all got some dope beaches there?
Yo, every parish in Jamaica has dope beaches.
Beautiful beaches.
Yeah, right.
The beaches are beautiful. If you haven't made your way to fucking Jamaica, I don't care what part of Jamaica.
Yeah.
The beaches
Awesome.
are absolutely beautiful. Like just blue. Just
like you can actually see
the bottom of the ocean, man.
And
it's
then the
gorgeous.
white sand.
Hey man, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. So welcome to Pure Fuckery, the podcast, all the way from the south portion of Jamaica, right? I appreciate you for coming out, sharing in my energy space. So we're gonna talk about Miss Toya, and welcome back to the Lou, because you have roots here in St. Louis as well, right?
Technically.
She's like technically.
No, this is actually my first time in St. Louis.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh okay, I didn't know that. I thought you had roots. Well, you might be planting some roots here. You plant some roots. I ain't mad at you, baby girl. I ain't mad at you. Plant those roots. So you're here in St. Louis, for an extended stay.
It's long enough.
Long enough. She said long enough. What are you doing while you're here?
I would say chilling.
Chilling.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, you're trying to work right, because you do the hair, you do the makeup, you're networking and shit, and you're trying to, that's what we here for. That's what we getting ready. We here to put you out to the fuckers out there, put you on the eyes, ears, and lips of these people out there that are tuning in to me. And if they don't have a need, perhaps they know somebody who has a need, because you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. It's not all about what you know. Sometimes it's about who you know, right? So here you are in the fucking building. She just told me she did her hair. She started at like 1 o'clock. We're recording at 5:30. Like, I'm like, how? I'm going to get my shit done, and it's like an all-day event.
And that's what I'm telling you about these locks. So my locks are handmade, guys. Like, I sit and make these myself. So when you guys come for an install, it's like less than half the time.
Okay.
Yeah, so
that's
2.5, 3 hours, and that's
out.
And you can get it down to the floors the same time, 2.5, 3 hours, and you're out.
And you in and out. Have you always done locks? You were doing locks in Jamaica? Is that?
Yeah,
okay.
That's what I do all day, every day back home. That's my job.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you always done hair you just always had that? To me, it's an art. It's an art, because everybody doesn't have that about them. Like, no. I don't. Baby girl, I I'm not combing nobody's fucking hair. No. Thank God for sons, because if I had a daughter, she'd be in your chair. She'd be in your chair.
And it'd be like that sometimes, you know? I mean, like, not everybody, that's not everybody's thing. But it has always been my thing.
Right.
Yeah. I used to, and I tell Bobby this all the time, like, I used to go to school early enough. Mm-hmm. With my hair not done on purpose, because I know I can go in the bathroom and come back out in 5 minutes and be like, were you here? Was it like that when you went? I'm like, no, I just did this.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a real life art, man, because like I don't have it. And then you do the makeup and shit, right? Mm-hmm. Your face is fucking like it's beat to the gods right now, like dead ass beat to the gods.
Hair, makeup out.
I don't have any of that in me. I don't. Like I'm a girly girl, but I like to have other people do that shit for me. Like when I was younger, I never was the girl like, you know how some girls like playing with their dolls and they're doing hair and shit. No, I was books. Doctor baby, man. Like I was always, head is always in the books, like reading something, just You know, I won't go that far and call myself an intellect because it's pure fuckery around here.
Right.
And I tell people always like, you're super smart, and it's like I apply myself. Like, not to downplay and be modest about who I am. You know, I was smart enough to pursue it, but you know, I feel like I apply myself. I won't go as far as be like, oh, I'm like the smartest person on the planet. Because you tell me to do some math and shit, don't put me, I've done it on camera. Like somebody be like, what's like the simplest shit? And I'm like, math is not my thing.
I mean, you're capable.
Right.
But you know what I mean? Everybody has their thing.
Yes, exactly. You just have to find your fucking thing.
And that's what it is though, because it took me a while to accept that this was my thing. Because mom and dad were always, go be a teacher, go be a doctor. That's their thing, you know. Because I'm an intellectual too.
Sure.
But books
wasn't your thing.
It really wasn't. I'm an artist.
What were you doing, like in between doing hair and shit, like as your parents were, you know, pushing you into school and everything? So you went to college?
Business school.
Really? Okay.
Marketing.
And you didn't fuck with it?
No, I didn't even finish.
You didn't finish it?
I was over it.
I feel you.
The energy wasn't. I was cutting class to go do hair. I was.
Wow, like you passionate.
I woke up at 5 a.m. every day to beat my face.
Okay.
Just to go to class so people can say, "Can you do my makeup this weekend?" that was me. I was not. I was just. No. That was not what I wanted.
But you found your footing, you found your passion, like, and that's, I talked about this before with I want to say my most recent guest, where he was saying his parents wanted him to pursue something, and we were talking music. His parents wanted him to pursue the music, and he was doing it for them. But then when he really found his footing with the music and realized like he does have a passion for it, and he is like musically inclined, and he started pursuing it for himself, he dived in more and he became more passionate about it.
That's what it is when you find that. And that's why I'm telling you, I didn't get the greatest encouragement from my parents for pursuing this dream, because that's not what I want for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're like, get a real job. Doing hair is not a real job. And for a long time it discouraged me because I wasn't sure, like, damn, I'm disappointing the hell out of them. You know, nobody wants to do that. But then I couldn't fight it.
Right.
I don't want to do anything else.
Exactly.
This is what I want to do. And it's important to stand in your truth as a person.
Amen.
You're going to live an unhappy life.
Let me tell y'all, because y'all know me, like, I pursued all this fucking education, and the only degree that's not geared towards my actual vocation, human resources is my vocation. Like, how ironic is that? And then my PhD is geared towards literary arts because I wrote a book. But after pursuing all these years of education, and now that I'm in the space that I'm in, doing podcasting and content creating and all that, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is where I should have been all along.
And you feel that.
I know it in my spirit. Like, I'm so far out of my comfort zone because what I'm used to is being an HR professional, putting on a suit and tie every day, going into the office and hiring and firing and dealing with this and dealing with employee relations and all these different things. And then I find this space that I'm in, this safe space of podcasting, and it's like, this is my niche. Like, I'm the queen of talking shit, and I'll be bagging it up, man. Like, I bag that shit up, yo. And like, I I just feel so at home, and I feel so in my element here. And I've had people come to me like, you know, why'd you walk away from corporate America? I didn't per se walk away from corporate America. Like, I'm still pursuing avenues, and I run a small business as an HR consultant. But for the right bag, I'm prepared to throw all that shit over there and completely focus on this aspect of my life. And like, it's so dope that you said that. Like, you stop fighting it. You stop fighting it. And that's where I'm at now. I've stopped fighting it, and I've accepted the fuckery that is my life.
You know what it is? When you do that, you have no idea how many people you inspire. I'm telling you. Because when people reach out, I'm like, look at me. And I was struggling for so long.
Yes, that's how I feel.
It's inspirational.
It is. It definitely is. And to see people just walking in their truth, owning their truth, and being their authentic self, whether it be doing hair or podcasting, it's like, that's the dopest shit to me, because so many people are like living a false life or pretending. There's so many people
and
they're so unhappy.
It's sad.
It is. It's like, it really, you know, I look at people who are miserable in their career fields, and I know people that are so dope, but they're afraid to take that leap. And I was afraid. Like, I said on my podcast, when I came up with the idea, when the conversation started happening about doing a podcast, the first round, I threw that shit out the window, moved to a whole nother state, and ended up back here. And then the conversation was presented again, and I'm like, it sounds like a great idea, you know. And the more and more I thought about it, it's like, this is the way. This is what you need to do. And even still, knowing this is what I need to do, I still sat on it. Like, it literally took my ex-husband yelling at me one day. He's like, you constantly talk about the shit, what you gonna do, just fucking do it, Mo. And I finally was like, it was like one of those pivotal moments where it was like an aha moment, like, just do it. Let's talk about, although your parents didn't see it, let's talk about the people who saw the potential in you before you saw it in you, or knew like this is what you were supposed to be doing. Let's talk about those people who encouraged it, although you didn't have that support from your family, because they wanted more for you, not even realizing that this could be more. Like, it can be more, and it is more, because people make a fucking killing off of doing hair.
And I'm telling you, like, them being around and seeing it for themselves, they have no choice but to be like, she got it.
Yes, you do. You got it, babe. You got it, babe.
Look, my friend saw it first. And then I was in a relationship, and he was always pushing me. Like, he motivated me, like, go get your YouTube channel, you know, start doing this, because that's you.
Right.
And at that time, I was struggling. I was like, damn. Like, I don't know. I know I'm going here, but I'm only going to college because they tell me to.
Right.
This isn't where I really want to be, but at the same time, I didn't know, because I was not looking at that as an avenue at all. Because I was just like, they would never approve. Right. But he encouraged me, like, go do what you're good at. You're good at this. And I would always have friends who'd be like, now when they come to me to get their hair done, like people from high school and who I knew for a long time, they're like, shit, I always saw you doing this shit anyway. Like, this is you right here. Right. That's dope. My business is really intimate. So it's not a salon storefront. I work from home. Okay. Right? And they're like, look, do us a favor. Keep it this way. Because this intimacy, I prefer this shit over a salon. Any day. Like, any day. And I never thought, because I was just always like, damn, are they going to be comfortable enough? You know what I mean? Always trying to up it. But I'm telling you, anybody that comes sit in my chair, that's home for you. You know what I mean? And I always just, it's weird, because I never realized the type of people that I attract. I don't know if you realize. Have you ever, maybe not here, I don't know, but back home, the people who get faux locks installed are so fucking woke. Like, I observe them every time, and I'm like, the conversations we have, vibrations up here. Yes. Crazy. And I'm like, damn. Agreed. It's inspirational, getting that type of energy every day.
Let me speak to that, because I never had faux locks. Last year, I got them and it's kind of been one of my signature looks. I have like 4 or 5 looks that I just completely, I know that's my lane, right? I know this is like, I stay in it, right? And it took me going through a spiritual awakening and going through some spiritual shit deep within me to even step out of my comfort zone and get the faux locks. I actually, like, I've been toying with the idea of my best friend. She started her actual lock journey a couple years ago. When she did it, we were supposed to do it together, and then she got tired of me bullshitting. Yes, and she went for it, right?
How long is this?
It's probably been it's probably going into maybe 2-3 years. My oldest son just started his lock journey. Like a real life lock journey. And I thought about it, but now that I'm in the camera, because I'm so fucking vain, I'm not in a space. It's a process, and you gotta go through the ugly phase.
Yeah, and I feel like I give him props, man.
Yeah,
like, I really do give him props. It's not easy.
It's not.
And taking that step, that's bold as fuck. Like,
it's bold as fuck to just say, hey,
I knot my hair.
Exactly. But look, I'll knot my hair, but I'm gonna stick to the faux locks for now. And even the girl who's done mine, she's like, I mean, you can lock up and I can do extensions over it while you go through that process, so you don't have to go through that ugly phase. Yeah. So I'm toying with the idea. I'm not fully committed just yet, because, you know, I'm still on that fence of corporate America and being this, like, what you see is what you get. But I know that at some point, or when I do step into a boardroom, you know, there are laws, like the fact that we have the past law saying that, you know, African American natural hair is acceptable. You can't terminate or you can't discriminate on somebody. Like, the fact that we're still in that space, that's why I haven't fully committed just yet. But I feel it, like I feel it in my soul, because like when the locks,
it gives a vibe.
It gives a vibe, and it attracts a completely different entourage of brothers, baby.
It's a whole
of men, period, not just brothers, because hey, the men, they love these damn.
I think it's just the evolution of natural. You know what I mean? So it's more attractive now. Yes. Because the truth is, and this might sound so fucking awful, but back then, natural wasn't really interpreted as clean or, you know. Right. You know what I mean?
Yes. No, I know what you mean.
Now. It really is.
Exactly. Because before, people, you know, people with dreadlocks, you know, and you think of like the Rastas, and it's matted up, they don't care for it, edges all, you know. Let it do. But now, because people, everybody, they're coming home, they're coming into themselves. So people rocking locks in every corner, every other corner. You can go and find a stylist. It might not be as dope as Miss Toya here, but you know, they can twist you up and get them edges straight and retwist and put you under the dryer, and you come out looking squeaky clean, right? And I see so many people rocking their locks, rocking natural hairstyles, and not just locks, but natural hairstyles, period. And it's like, I look at them and I'm like, a part of me is like, I be a little envious. Because I'm there. I guess I'm there mentally and spiritually. I just have to, you know, physically step into that space to where I'm saying, okay, this is what I'm going to do. But man, it's a look. I love it. And like I said, when I first started rocking, like last year when I first got the faux locks, I'm talking, and you know what, the first time, because last year I wore them a lot because we were in quarantine, but maybe 2018 was the first year I got them. I want to say we went to Jamaica. Like, we went to Jamaica on vacation. And when I say I rock it, I was like, man, the brothers over there was like, I love your hair. And they were long as fuck. I love it. Man, it's real. It's real. Like, you just attract a different caliber of men, because like when I'm wearing weave and extensions and shit like that, it's a whole different caliber of men, because, you know, they're attracted to different things. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Rarely do you find that brother that's like, you know, okay, I like your long straight weave, and I love you even more with the faux locks. So sometimes it's either or, but you know, occasionally you find one that, you know, they rocking with you no matter what, because it's not about the physical, it's more about what they see on the inside. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I love it. I love the fact that you did. I'm still tripping on the fact that you did this shit You said 1 o'clock, and y'all got here like 5:15, so 4-5 hours. I know you had to get dressed and everything.
Right, I had to shower, shit.
You got it together.
A little bit.
Baby, you look like you
it's enough.
Look, stepped out a fucking magazine to me. I love it. All right, we got Miss Toya in the fucking building. We got Big Stu producing the fucking episode, yo. We live in the Pure Fuckery studio, powered by Big fucking Stu Films. I said it once, I got my homegirl Toya in the building, all the way from Jamaica. We're not even gonna go off into where Jamaica, because I'm gonna fuck it up again. This wine starts sneaking up on me.
But you feel that?
Yes, I do. I feel that. So let's talk about the makeup. So you do the makeup too, and that's an art. That's to have both, like the hair and the makeup.
They really go together like this.
How did I know some people like they take their time and they sit up and watch YouTube videos and learn.
I never did that. I don't know. Like whenever anybody asks me, so how did you learn how to, I wish I had an answer because it would feel more normal to me. But I really don't know what happened. I don't know. I never sat in front of a computer.
You just got it in you. Like the shit's just
it's
in
weird.
you. Because I ain't got it. Like
it's weird.
This what I did to my face, probably 5 minutes, girl. Let's get
You know what? And it's weird. As a makeup artist, I barely wear makeup.
Really?
You ain't gonna catch me in that shit.
Unless you're doing something. Yeah.
And I think it's important, and people don't stress this enough. It's important to have your skin be an A1 so you don't need it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It should just be
Exactly.
a little, and you want to look a little extra, and but skincare.
Give us your skincare regimen if you want to share it. What are you doing?
If I tell you I don't have one.
You don't?
I just have good
You just have good genes. I say the same thing, and people be kind of pissed. Like I just like.
They'll be like, what do you wash with?
Nothing really.
Water and soap.
I won't lie. I did just start this. I ordered some shit I saw on like Instagram or something. It's called Minimo. I ordered that because I had some blemishes, like.
But they were random.
Wearing that mask, like random blemishes. Wearing a mask. Around here. I started using this shit probably like 2-3 weeks ago. When I say even without like a face. Skin clear, it's like it's gone. I'm like, whoa. So yeah, it definitely worked. It was like I ordered like a bundle, and it comes with a mask, like you do a mud mask. It comes with this
Does it come with a cleanser? A
cleanser. It has a cleanser, a mud mask, and then what do you call a scrub? It has a scrub.
Those always be fire though.
And then it has like 3 or 4 other like blemish control. It has a moisturizer and a couple, like it came with like 6-7 different products. Okay. And you use these products every day. And literally I use them every day for like 2 weeks. I'm not even using them every day now. Like it's like every other day, every 2 days, because my skin is like, I got one little pimple, zoom in right here. I got one little pimple right here on my lip, and I'm like, well, I want this motherfucker to go away. But yeah man, so no real life beauty regimen. It's just natural, man. Hey, be envious, because we ain't gotta do too much over here, y'all. We ain't gotta do too much over here. You just get up and go. I love it. One of my most popular episodes is Don't Tell Her She's Pretty for a Dark Skinned Girl. That's one of my most. I have 2 episodes that I've done with that, and we won't turn this into a part 3 because that's not what we came here for. Right. But I just want to talk because you are of a darker complexion, but you're from Jamaica, right?
Right.
And over there, most people are of a darker complexion. When you come to the States versus being in Jamaica, I'm just going to ask this quick question. Like, do you feel like, do you feel the difference as far as, your skin tone?
No.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
You know what is weird?
Let's talk.
Back home, there's actually a thing.
Okay.
So it's weird because it's still a thing, light skin or browning. Yeah, there's a difference.
Okay.
So because of that, what people started doing? They started bleaching their skin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because everybody wants to be light
skin.
Yeah, I ain't about that life.
I'm not either. Like
I don't get it.
And I've had people come in, like I've had somebody say, some like the filters on social media. Like it's usually the lighting. I hardly ever use a filter. It's just the light that I'm in.
And they think
that I did something or I'm lighting. Like, no, it's just the lighting that I was in.
I live for a filter. I really don't.
And there's, I don't know nobody that use filters. Like, and sometimes, like now, the space that I'm in now, yes, occasionally I'll throw a filter on it to make it look a little.
Yes. But I mean, if knowing you in real life and knowing what you stand for, shit, ain't no way. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. I'm, baby, when I say, like, I'm so good with who I am, and like, I just, I'm to the point where I know who I am. And can't nobody use shit against me. No. Because I'm going to own up to it.
That's what it is, though.
You speak about me, you say something,
that's what
I'll speak on
people
it.
Up.
It fucks with them.
What you know, another motherfucker can never use against you.
Exactly. It's like, it's not a secret. And, you know, I've had, like, recently, like, I'm not going to go flat out into what it was, but, like, I've had, you know, some skeletons, like, fall out my closet recently, right? Yeah, I call them skeletons. And immediately I addressed it. Immediately addressed it and was like, hey, this is what it is. And I feel like, and not even after, but just even addressing it, period. Because I stepped into that space where I'm like, I'm owning this shit. Like, yeah, this is what the situation is, but I'm standing here and I'm owning it. It's all good. I've been able to step out of that space to where it's not affecting me not one bit. Like, I'm still me, and the people who were affected by the situation, it's all good. It's all love. Hey, we moved around it.
It's funny when people that don't even matter trip off your past. Like, are you dumb? Why are you doing that?
Motherfuckers, it ain't got nothing to do with this.
That's what it is, though. But that's crazy.
Look, people love to whisper your or scream your failures out loud, but they're never going to shout out loud your successes and your victories and everything like that.
That's why it's your responsibility.
It's all, and I'm working on that, Toya. I swear to God, I'm working on it, because I have a homegirl. She's like cocky as fuck. She pop her shit all day, every day. And she tries to encourage me to. She wants me to be loud on social media and be this and be that. And it's like,
sometimes it's not your personality.
And that's the thing. It's like,
but I think women tend to, we have this tendency where we hide away from, or you know what I mean? We don't put it out there.
Right.
And we need to give ourselves credit.
We do. We do.
We do need to give
I definitely
credit.
Don't give myself enough credit.
I don't. My friends tell me all the time, but I don't know.
And then it be the people who like
humility, you know?
Yes, and that's how I am. But then you get the people who's like, and I'm not, this ain't no shade to nobody. Like, pop your shit, don't downplay you. But sometimes I see people that's popping their shit, and I'm just like, you know, like crickets, like, But to each his own. Like, I'm proud of you, sis. Like, I'm proud of you.
Hell yeah.
Though, you know, be confident. Be, you know, be who you are. But, you know, and then I'll come back and I'll take a look in the mirror and I have to self-check myself. Be like, you can't hate on them because they have the confidence and they're willing to pop their shit just because that's not you. Like, and that's where I'm at now, where I cheer for every fucking body regardless of what they're doing.
And I think it's so beautiful sometimes when you see people win and when you know where the fuck they're coming from.
Hey, yes.
And you're like,
yes, I'm so proud of you. Like, I tell people, I'm so fucking proud of you, sis. Like, people on social media, I don't be knowing these people, but if you on my timeline, I'm talking to you like I know you. I'm in the comments. Exactly. Your victory is our victory.
People be spitting out too much negative energy, and you gotta put that positive. Yes. When you put it out, it comes right back to you.
That's real talk. That's real talk. It comes back to you. Let's talk about your YouTube. So you have a huge YouTube following. Yes, you do. You have a huge ass YouTube following. Like I'm not asking for pointers because I'm like I don't sweat the numbers and shit. Like I know
at this point I'm about to stop sweating the numbers.
Yeah, you got to. You can't live in that. You know what I'm saying?
It's
but
a lot
it's time consuming.
That's
the shit is exhausting.
The truth is we don't have the time. We don't.
We don't. We make time.
Right.
You know. But let's talk about this YouTube following and how you got your YouTube followers. Because I got a backstory. I want you to share it because it's quite interesting.
It is very interesting.
And, you know, I'm excited for you to, if you're willing to open up and share it here on my platform, I think it's dope. So let's talk about this, how you acquired this huge YouTube following.
Okay, so the channel started in 2012.
Okay.
Right? That was when I was enrolled in college.
Mm-hmm.
So started the channel there. It was mainly hair tutorials because at that time people were just falling into natural hair and just the whole natural hair community, and I was probably at the time one of about 3 Jamaican natural hair bloggers. Everybody else was just doing whatever. And so, you know, I did gain some attention from that. You know, brands would reach out like, hey, we're going to send you some products, promote this, blah, blah, blah. Cool. That was great. And that went on for a couple years until 2000 and, let's say my daughter was born 2016. You know, you gain followers from those who have been with you for a while, and they're like, oh, okay, so we get to see her be a mom. And, you know, and then the vlog started being a thing, and, you know, we were working it. And then 2019, 2019, I got kidnapped.
Okay.
Right? And
In Jamaica.
Okay. A regular day. And that spurted a whole new following, like people that I don't even know from all different walks, because that video went viral.
Right. So you got kidnapped, and when you got kidnapped, you like recorded.
I recorded after the fact. So I got kidnapped, and I think it was about, how long was it later? Maybe almost a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you went.
And I put the story out there. I told them play everything that happened, where it happened, how it happened, you know what I mean? And
don't give it all away because I want to send that traffic to your channel, but give us a little insight on like what happened, like what the fuck, man.
Oh, right?
Yeah, like that's wild.
It was a regular ass day, I'm telling you, and that was what really pissed me off, because I'm just like, damn. This is a normal ass day. How the fuck does happen on a normal day?
Right. That's usually how it happens. Oh, it's a normal ass day. You walk around like Ezel, la la la.
If I was being extra, I would understand, but it was just so basic. I'm just like, bruh, like how did we get here? So I do hair. I run my errands on Fridays. So I would get, and it was summer too, it was July. Actually, a couple days ago, July 26th.
Okay.
Was
today's the 29th, so that was 3 days ago.
3 days ago.
Wow.
Was the
anniversary. She said the kidnap anniversary. I'm glad that we can laugh about this shit right here, right now.
And shit, like I'm glad I can laugh about it.
Right.
I find all that shit so funny because it's unreal.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, summer. So you know, and in Jamaica, obviously, you know, it would get darker later. So it was about sometime after 6, I went to the hair store to collect the order. I'm a call ahead type of person because I don't I have zero patience. I don't like waiting for people to do shit. So when I get into somewhere, best believe that shit's already ordered. All I'm going to do is give you your money and get the fuck up out of there. That was me. So did that, collected the hair, and then I was like, damn, it's summer. I got all my little cousins at home and my mom. On Fridays, I feed my family. Okay. So I'm just like, all right, bet. I'm going to jump into KFC right quick, get me some chicken, blah, blah, blah. Went into KFC, and then I was walking back toward the car, and there was a car parked right beside the car I drove. Okay. And I'm like, of all these other fucking parking spaces, why is this dude right here? Like,
parked right next to you.
Right next to me on the driver's side. Right. I'm like, all right, you know, it was a fucking taxi. So I wasn't tripping. Right. I'm like, he's probably just waiting for passengers, you know, whatever. Yeah. I walked around to the passenger side, put the food in, and then when I walked back around to the driver's side, I realized that both the doors to the car were open. Their car. Okay. And I'm like, okay, obviously somebody's in this shit. So I kind of, in my mind, I started to paint a picture. Right. So I'm just like, all right, bet. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get into the car and arm the doors so I can pull out. Right. Damn, I didn't even get into the car. Wow. The second I opened the door, there were 2 of them. So one of them got on the back seat and put the knife to my throat. Wow. Right. And then the other one slammed my foot in the door. So at that point, I was pinned. Right. So he just wanted one of them to have me so he could open the door, and they took me away in the car.
It wasn't no robbery or nothing. They wanted you.
They wanted me.
Were they following you? Like,
They probably were, but I was so busy that day. I did so much that day. It was crazy because it's errands.
Right.
Doing hair all day, every day, I don't get time for myself.
Right. So Friday,
right. So Friday, I'm boom, 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 boom.
Right.
Gotta kill all these birds with this one stone because I ain't got no more time. And I was about to be hella booked. It was summer. Everybody was getting their hair done.
Right.
Look, when I tell you, they backed that car out, took it down to some dark ass street, searching through my purse, asking me questions and shit. You know, like what you got? I'm like, shit, I ain't got nothing. I spent a shitload of money that day on hair alone.
Right.
So I'm just like, look, they took my phone, messaging all the males in my phone, pretending to be me, asking for cash.
Oh, wow.
Yo. And at this point, I'm like, because somebody realized this is not me right now. Like, nobody got it. And they're like, look, when they sent those texts out asking people for shit, everybody knows that's not Toya. Toya does not do that. So they start calling me.
Right.
And I'm like, look, bro, I can't answer this phone. If I answer this phone, I don't know how to explain all this shit right now. So what you're gonna do is keep on texting. Somebody's gonna give you something. I don't know.
Sure.
Shit. You want all the story? They gonna get
shit. You see me, I'm sitting there like
all right, bet. So he was doing his thing. All these dudes, including my father, did not know what was happening right now. So they got to the chat with my baby daddy.
Okay.
And he was like, you dropped the baby off just now. Like, what's with all that money that you had that you're gonna buy hair? Like, how do you need a long conversation? And you know, he was convinced. So he was like, all right, come get that money that you said you wanted. Okay. They were like, where does he live? I told them the area, but not where. Sure. You know, so they're like, all right, we're gonna go get that money right now. Right. Back the car out, driving there, and I'm like, this dude talking hella tough. You're not about to, because they wanted to murk me, like, you know what I mean? Right. I'm like, that shit's not gonna happen right now. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm out. I'm out of this bitch. Y'all can stay in here. So he was talking a lot of shit, you know, saying you better hope that when we get there, we get that money, because if not, then I'm gonna do this, that. I'm like, sure. All right. You have no idea what I have planned for you, motherfucker. Oh, I was sitting in there just waiting for my time, looking out the window like, okay, can't jump yet. This car is coming. You know what I mean? And checking it out. And when I remember there's a police station. So I'm like, all right, then. I'm going to wait until I get to this police station. Just jump the hell out of this car. All right, cool. When we almost got there, he told me to get on the front beside him. Okay. Remember, there's still one on the back, right? So I got on the front. He's like, fix your hair. I fixed my hair. Because I was like, shit, it's in my way anyway. I had these really big, thick locks. Like, they were super cute. I call them my gypsy locks. Okay. And, like, I was sitting there. If I had stayed on the back, I would have jumped out into oncoming traffic. Okay. So when he told me get on the front, I was like, shit, let me get on the front. Right? Let me get on the front, shit. I don't mind. You know? Right. So got on the front. And as soon as I saw that police station approaching, I'm like, okay, deuces, motherfuckers. And I opened the door and I just hopped out. And he grabbed me by the hair. What? He grabbed me by the hair. And I think, I don't know what part of me, I felt something run over me. I don't know where. Because I'm telling you, I barely had a scratch. Like, my back was all messed up in my leg. But, like, everybody's like, fucking nothing happened to your face. Right. You I'm divinely protected. I'm telling you. So I was just like, nah, ain't nothing gonna happen to me. So I got out the car, ran into the station yard, and it was 9:03. They grabbed me like 7:06 thereabout. So I was with them for like 2 hours. And when I got into the station yard, it was all dark. I was banging on the door. The station door was closed. Oh, wow. At 9:03 p.m. Wow. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Somebody. So I'm banging on the door like, help. Just like in the movies. Help. Shit. They opened the door. Like, I hid a lot about that YouTube video. Because I'm telling you, if I had put half the shit I wanted to put out there, the Jamaican police force would have come under serious heat. Yeah, I bet. I'm telling you. Because to this second, I have not seen a cop in uniform. Wow. I'm like, where the fuck did I just come into somebody's house? Right. They were in sleepwear. These motherfuckers in here get ready to go night-night. Night-night. 9 o'clock on a Friday night. On their faces. What? Brushing their fucking teeth. What? At 9:03. Wow. And I'm like, how? That's
fucking bananas.
Yo, and at this point, I can't feel any of my injuries because that adrenaline.
Right, yeah, adrenaline rush.
I was down on the floor, was full of blood. I'm like, oh shit, I'm sorry. Could you clean that up?
So fun.
Yo. When I got to the hospital, remember that they left their car on the plaza they took me out. I called, like, when I got to the station, it was just so much. I tried to save their ass. I didn't talk about all the shit that actually happened that night. But, like, I called, when I was at the station, they called somebody to go get the car. You know, stand by the car. Somebody got to come claim it.
Right, they're going to come back and get this motherfucker.
Like, how you sure when we go down there that it's going to be there?
Go find out, motherfucker.
They're like, how the fuck you going to know if you don't go down?
Right.
They didn't go.
Wow.
So them dudes took the car back and took their car and went on about their business. They left the key in the ignition and everything. But they did take everything. I had just bought my Samsung at the time. It was a S8 or S8 Plus. Just got that probably about 2 weeks. And they took the money I had on me, my dad's toolkit. They took all my KFC.
Did they take your hair? The hair you had? Did you
all the hair.
Oh wow.
All that
These
shit.
motherfuckers went and sold that shit or gave it to their baby mamas.
That's what it is.
Wow.
Ghetto. And I'm like, damn, they did me dirty. So I had to refund all that money. Right? Because at that point, I can't work. I can't stand.
Right.
My back's all fucked up. Like, all that shit.
Right. Wow.
Crazy.
That's the wildest shit ever. But you here, sis. You got the fuck away.
I'm telling you.
Kudos to you, man. Kudos to you. For having the fucking courage, the strength to put a plan in motion, to look at the situation. Because you know some bitches gonna be like,
the second, look, they could have killed me the second they got in there if I was wilding.
Right.
But I was chill.
Just cool, calm, and collected. Like, all right, this the fuck.
I found things out about these people.
Wow.
Just from being
cooling out.
Yeah. Because I'm a weird person. Like, I sit and think of these things all the time.
When's your birthday?
June 11th.
June 11th. You're a fucking Gemini. You are you're my polar opposite. I'm a Sag.
You a Sag?
Yeah, so we go hand in hand like Gems and Sag. Cheers to that shit, man.
Damn, okay.
We go hand in hand. Because I would have did the same shit, y'all. I would have jumped the fuck out. Like, I want to share a story. I was thinking about this story the other day. It's nowhere near what you endured. But I was a teenager. I want to say it was my senior year of high school. I was like 18 years old. And I had to go to night school because my homegirl brought a knife to school. And we had a policy at my actual high school where if you miss 10 days in the semester, you fail the semester, right?
What?
My homegirl, and I was trying to graduate early. My homegirl brings a knife to school, so they're checking all her friends. And me and my other homegirl, we had box cutters on us. Protection, like I worked at like rallies and I used to walk to and from work and shit. Like, it was my protection. I felt safe with it. So they find this box cutter on me, right? And I get suspended for 10 days. So I have to go to night school to get my credits so that I can graduate. So I'm going to night school, and one night, the Roosevelt high school, if you're not there by a certain time, the doors are locked so you can't get in, right? And it's like summertime type shit, like, you know, probably like April, somewhere around there. So I get to night school, the guy I was dating, he dropped me off, the fucking door was locked, and he left. We didn't have cell phones and shit, we ain't have all that shit back in my day. And so I walked to the bus stop. So I get to the bus stop, and I'm standing on the bus stop, and this guy from like the hood I'm from, he rolls up and he's in the car with some other guys. And he's like, baby girl, you need a ride. I know him. I'm like, yeah. So he's like, get in. He's like, we'll take you home. So I get in the car. Instead of them driving to my house, they hop on the highway, right? So he drove down 70 and we went all the way to the other side of town. Like, I bullshit y'all not. Like, there's only a few people that know this story because it was like one of those suppressed memories. But like, I literally was just thinking about this shit the other day. So we pull up in front of this house, and it's a driver, a guy in the front seat, and it's a kid in the back seat, and another guy, and me. So we pull up in front of this house, and I'm like, bitch, don't go in there. Like, and they're like, you can come in. They're like, we just gotta make a stop real quick. Like, you can come in. And I'm like, I'm good, I'll sit out here. So I stayed in the car. So then it's hot, so I get out the car and I'm sitting on the porch, like thinking they're gonna take me back. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I just had this eerie feeling. Like, I didn't know where I was, but I knew where I was. Like, you know, it's not like my hood. Like, I'm somewhere northwest, maybe Pine Lawn type shit. But I don't know because I'm not from this side of town, right? And I remember sitting on that porch and I'm like, all these crazy thoughts going in my head, like, cause the one guy was trying to get me to come in the house, and I'm like, if they take me, if I go in this house, like, they might fucking rape me, they might, you know, record me doing weird shit to this little boy, like, all kind of wild shit going through my head. And thank God for the people that are willing to do the right fucking thing. Because the guy the guy from my hood who was like, you need a ride, he came out and he was like, baby girl, why don't you go on and go to the bus stop? He's like, he's like, if you walk right up this street and then make a right and go down, that's the main street. And I guess it was like Natural Bridge. He's like, go down Natural Bridge and you can get the Natural Bridge bus home. And I was like immediately I'm like, I thought y'all, and he was like, just go.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, y'all supposed to take me home. And he's like, just go. So I left and I went and caught the bus, and I remember catching the bus. I stood on the bus stop, and then when I found a payphone either like after the first bus ride, because I had to catch like 2 buses to get back to my. And I called the guy I was dating, and he was living with his sister at the time, and I called her, and I'm like, is he home? And she's like, no, he's not home. I'm like, tell him that night school I couldn't get in the building, so I'll be at home. So by the time I get home, he pulls up, and I tell him what happened. He spazzed the fuck out, like, why the fuck would you get in the car? So, like I said, it's nowhere near your story, but since I can relate, like, anything could happen. I think about how we are in this day and age where motherfuckers, we hop in strangers' cars with Ubers and Lyfts and all that shit all the time. And not to say that shit doesn't happen, because motherfuckers, you hear about Uber drivers and shit like that doing the most heinous things to an individual, but man, you have to be mindful. And you just have to be, in my mind, like right here, right now, I've had too many instances where some shit could have went wrong, could have almost went wrong. I don't even take no chance. Like, I keep my peace with me. I keep a peace with me. I just told my homegirl, like, bitch, you need to get you a gun. I'm going to keep a peace with me. And to the point where I'm crazy enough to know I will shoot you. Like I, without a shadow of a doubt. If it's me or you, I swear to God, I'm going to pull the trigger.
Honestly, I ran away because even after the incident, everybody's like, "Yo, you should get a piece. You should get a piece." But I'm crazy. Like I think I'd be.
You fucking Gemini.
I think I would be a trigger happy person, right? You look at me some type of way.
Hey, let me get my motherfucking gun.
I had to shoot this person. Look, no, not everybody needs one of them things.
And I'm probably one of the people who don't need one, but I have yet to harm anybody.
So I mean, since like I do have my taser, I got like little self-defense tools, knives and shit. And at the time, like I was so pissed because my scissors never leave me.
Right.
I keep me my scissors, and I was just trying to get out of the situation so bad I didn't grab them bitches because they were in my bag. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, because
had you grabbed them, it could have just made the situation worse.
You know what I mean? I feel like
Escalated.
Everything happened the way it was supposed to. I don't even trip.
Exactly. Like, everything happens for a fucking reason.
When I got to the hospital, they're like, "Did you fall off a bike?" I'm like, "Oh no, I was just kidnapped. I
just jumped out of a fucking car, y'all."
What'd you say? I was dying. They're like, "You're not supposed to be laughing right now."
Right, but the fact that you can laugh about this shit after the fact, it's like it speaks volumes to who you are as a person, your character and everything. Because I'm the person, I have to find the humor in everything. Because if you don't,
you lose your sanity.
You will fucking go crazy.
Okay, let me tell you something.
Okay.
Shortly after, right? Let me not say shortly. Closer to a year.
Okay.
I have a friend who saw me in the streets, but he saw me, I didn't see him. So he was like, I'm about to fuck with her. So he walked up to me, started pulling on my purse.
Right.
Yo, I swung around so fast, he ducked. I'm like, you will fucking die.
I will take your fucking head off. Don't play with me.
Like, shit, I was just joking.
Oh, bro, you can't fuck with me like that no more. You can get it.
I'm sorry for y'all. You get it.
I might kill a bitch with my fingers. What Cardi said, I might kill a bitch with my fingers. I that. Because after you've experienced like certain shit, because not everybody, people can go through life without experiencing such fucking profound moments in their life. Because to me, that would be a pivotal moment for me, and I know it was a pivotal moment for you, and it set some shit in perspective, and probably I won't even say probably, definitely has shaped you and molded you into a different human being. Definitely. And people don't understand that, because some people go through their entire life without experiencing certain shit, so they'll never be able to relate. But man, that's wow.
It's something. And then like everybody's like, did you see somebody? I'm like, fuck, I don't even like people get in my head like that. I'm a deal with it, my problems alone type of person. If I do that, that would fuck me up. Right. You know what I mean? Right. So now being able to talk about it and like laugh, like I don't think I'd be overthinking it if I had allowed somebody to, no, I'm good.
So that's how she got her fucking 40,000.
And I moved from 25 to 45 in like less than a month.
Wow.
Like every day. And then one of the most overbearing things I've ever had to witness was people giving me their account of stuff that happened to them. Right. New York?
Oh, New York is wild. I've been out to New York more than once.
The stories I have heard, like I just, like night after night, I sat up and read these long ass paragraphs. My DMs were crazy. They're like, I'm so glad you shared your story. If you did, I thought I was here thinking it only happened to me. And This one girl in Jamaica, she was going home. She was enrolled in college at the time. She was going home, and these guys tried to rob her. She ran. They shot at her, and her laptop caught the bullet. Wow. She took that picture, sent it to me. I'm like, yo, this shit is unreal. Wow. This one lady was going home from work one night, and she saw this car parked like on her street. She hadn't seen it before, but she lives on a dead end. She's like, look, this looks like some sketchy shit. As she approaches her house, the car approaches her. And her nosy ass neighbor saved her life. Like he
thank God for nosy ass neighbors, yo.
He put on his head like, yo, you're alright. She's like, yeah. And they saw that somebody would have seen, and they just pulled off. Like, wow. Women go through.
People don't understand, man. Like, and as a woman, you know, you have to be mindful of your fucking surroundings. Pay attention. Like the fact that when you were walking up to your car leaving out at KFC, you saw the shit, and you mentally analyzed the situation, and you like, okay, this is what's gonna happen. That's like some Liam Neeson shit.
Yeah, but my dad is ex-military. Okay, so I grew up like this. Yes. So I see shit before it even maps out. Like I see it. You know what I mean?
Calculate that shit. Calculate the risk.
Right, but after everything happened, I used to just be parked up places and observe females with not a fucking care in the world. Not a care in the world.
Don't even know that you're here watching. You could be the fucking kidnapper, yo.
Y'all don't even know. This shit would be too easy.
Wow, that's crazy.
Crazy.
Man, sis. I'm so fucking proud of you for one-upping these motherfuckers. For saying, fuck y'all. Y'all not getting ready to take me. This is not the end for me. Y'all not finna get, look, they ain't get shit but what you had in the car.
And all that,
you know what I'm saying? It was all replaceable, because you're not replaceable. I'm so glad that you survived that detrimental that life-altering moment. Man, that's big. That's big, man.
When you say it out loud, people are like, what you just say? Yeah. Oh shit, I'm so
fucking proud of her, y'all. I'm like, you speak for all fucking women, because if I were in that situation, like, I'm doing the same fucking thing.
And you know, it's crazy. People are like, look, I don't know if I would have had the strength to do that. I probably would have stayed in there and tried to fight. You know, but I ain't jumping out of no fucking vehicle.
I'm gonna hop out that moving fucking vehicle and take that broken whatever the fuck.
I looked at the meter like, okay, 85, alright, okay. You can make this work.
And see, that's some calculated shit. Like the fact that's some crazy ass Gemini shit. That's some crazy ass Gemini shit. She looked at the meter and she's like, okay, these motherfuckers going 85. If I hop out right now, I might get a bumper bruise, might get a knot. But fuck that, it's worth it rather than fucking dying. Hey man, cool.
I didn't realize I was doing all this. It was the
adrenaline, man.
All of it.
It's survival.
I literally did this. Like, okay, 85. Like, I was.
That's that survival. That survival instinct kicked in.
He was so shocked when he grabbed my hair. He called out my name in slow motion. I'm like, bro, he couldn't hold me and hold the steering. He had to let something go. So he let me go. And I'm like, all right, bro, bye. Deuces. Shit.
Wow.
Crazy.
I love it. I'm like, these are the stories I fucking live for. I was gonna be like, give me some fuckery, but man, this is probably one of my top 5 fuckeries here on Pure Fuckery the podcast. But we pressed for time. Go to her fucking YouTube and check out the fucking YouTube channel real quick. Music. I know you're from Jamaica and shit, but like top 5 artists. Say it can be Jamaican, it can be anything.
That's a hard
question. Listen. You on a road trip. I ain't gonna say with no kidnappers because we're not gonna make light of the situation. But you on a 12-hour road trip, right, Mom?
Okay.
And you got 5 artists. Mm-hmm. I don't give a fuck where they from, what nationality. Mm-hmm. You got 5 artists. Who you riding to? Because I know you be in that dance hall music. I know you can.
Okay, number 1 on the list without a doubt with my eyes shut. Vibes Cartel, number 1.
Vibes Cartel. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I can bump some Massacre. So that's number 2.
Okay.
Jamaican artist.
I love your accent.
Who else? Some CB. I love me some Chris Brown.
Okay. All right. We rocking with Chris Brown 2 weeks in a row, man. Yeah, we got somebody else.
He the man.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Who else we got? Damn. Like, I be loving everything, so it's hard to pick 5. Like, okay.
And you can do their features, everything. Just top 5 artists, features, any collabs they did, whoever.
This is still fucking hard. Damn. Come on, girl. Damn. I don't know.
Mainstream. Who you rocking with? We got.
I would dance off a lot, so
okay.
Let's go back to Jamaica then. So I said Cartel Massacre, Chris Brown. Who do I be listening to like that? Damn. Whew. But I know this is hard.
Come on, you got it.
You can't pinpoint it because there's so many people. What you guys got that I fuck with?
No Drake, no B, no Mo, no.
Damn, Drake.
Drizzy the man. Drizzy the man everywhere.
Weezy be the man.
Weezy's the man.
I love me some Weezy.
Yes.
Am I at 5 yet? I'm at 5.
You at 5. You at 5. All right, I'm debating if I'm gonna get in this. I think I'm gonna ride. We gonna go on this road trip together because I'm fucking with Drake. I'm fucking with Weezy. I'm fucking with Chris Brown, and then you had.
You need to go listen to some Vibes Cartel.
Vibes Cartel. I'm gonna put that down because listen.
He's incarcerated right now. He's been incarcerated for a long time. His story is actually a really interesting one. You could check that out.
All right, that's dope. Mm-hmm. That's dope, man. So we got my homegirl Toya in the fucking building, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. Shout out to being a fucking survivor, man.
Shout out to Pure
being a fucking survivor. Mm-hmm. Shout out to my man, Big Fucking Stu. Plug your socials real quick. Tell them where they can follow you at on Insta, wherever the fuck,
guys,
YouTube.
I'm at Naturally Miss Toya on everything, so it's naturally MSTOYA, and that's IG, FB, YouTube, and Twitter. So
all right.
Snapchat too, same name.
Pop on her fucking YouTube and listen to the full story in detail, not the watered down version that she gave us. Because I know I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch the shit, man. It's the wildest story ever. But like, I'm proud. I'm like, yes, sis, yes, yes. Like, y'all know I rarely say this, but yes, bitch, yes. Fuck them, man. No, you're not taking me, man. You're not taking me. And she got the fuck out. Shout out to my man, Big Fucking Stu, producing the episode. I'm gonna give a real quick shout out to my homeboy, Mr. Bobby fucking Tesla, for making this collab happen. I absolutely appreciate you with my whole fucking heart. I appreciate you, sis, for coming out and sharing in my energy space, man. Shout out to the fuckers out there. I absolutely appreciate you all for tuning in every fucking single week in, week out, dropping them comments. Thank you for subscribing to the YouTube channel. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the comments, all that you fucking do to pour love into me, your favorite fucking Dr. Bag. Y'all know where you can find me real quick on Insta, pure_fuckery, or Soul, SOO Sophisticated 1. Facebook is just Monique Ross. Twitter, Soul, SOOMOE. So Mo, and then y'all know I'm not doing TikTok or Snapchat because I'm not gonna Snapchat you my pussy. Sir, stop asking. You will not see my goods. But that's all I got today, man. Shout out to my homegirl, Miss Toya in the fucking building. Yeah. If you in the STL area for the time being, you looking to get twisted up, get some locks, she got the fucking real deal.
I got you.
You need to get that face beat to the fucking gods because she's absolutely beautiful with the makeup on, but I know she's absolutely beautiful without it. Your fucking spirit, your energy, man, it's a pleasure to be in your fucking presence. I absolutely thank you. Thank you so much, y'all. I'll catch you all in the next fucking episode. Again, I am your host. It's your favorite Dr. Bae, Monique Ross. Peace.
Bye, guys.
Your favorite fucking Dr. Bae, Monique Ross. Drop it off in the comments, man. Shout out to the fuckers out there. I appreciate you guys for liking, comment, sharing. Thank you all so much for the love and support that you show me, for tuning in. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Pure Fuckery. That's it. That's all I got, man. I'll catch y'all in the next fucking episode. Peace. Bye.